Folks, I have in my hand something absolutely staggering, which has travelled over 7,000 miles to get here. How on earth it ended up in the fields of Perthshire, we'll never know. What a find! Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. Well, almost. Parked the car. I'm a little bit bleary-eyed. It's just gone 8 in the morning. It's pretty cold, it's below freezing. There's snow on the hills in the distance, but the ground is diggable, and I'm excited to be back out. I have to start by saying a massive thank you, because I've just hit another milestone with the channel, which is 10 million views. 10 million views since the channel started, which is absolutely staggering. So thank you all for the fantastic support over the last, well, not even 4 years, I don't think. Unbelievable. And I've also had a little bit of a flurry of new subscribers as well over the last month or so. So welcome to all of you as well. So I'm absolutely blown away because, to put it into perspective, the population of Scotland is a little under 5.5 million. So to get 10 million views when you live in a wee country like Scotland is pretty incredible. So thank you massively. Just me today. I am heading down to a field which is actually the field that produced the potential Pilgrim's Badge, the St Andrews lead Pilgrim's Badge. I was hoping to detect it about a month ago. Oh, fallen tree. Oh, nearly. But the ground was frozen, so it's been ploughed, and I'm really keen to get back out because I think we got 5, 6, 7 silver coins off that field as well. So anything is possible. As ever, if you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button. Help support the channel. 50,000 is not that far away, which would just be an incredible milestone to hit as well. So thank you all. Just me, and maybe I'll be joined by Martin later on. But thank you all again for the fantastic support. I'm already out of breath. I've not even made it to the field yet. So let's go and see if we can find some treasures. And we have made it. And I'm not out of breath anymore. Had a wee catch up with the farmer, showed him a few things I've found recently. And the field is looking incredible. It is a glorious day. We've got a huge ploughed field. I mean, this field is probably, oh, I don't know, 100 acres. Could be more actually. And we've actually got multiple fields that we can give a go to. So I'm going to start in this ploughed field. I can't really do this with the sun in my eyes, but up here in this part of the field, this is where the Pilgrim's Badge mould, potential mould, came from. And if it is a Pilgrim's Badge mould, I've only got half of it, one half of it. And if it is a Pilgrim's Badge mould, then it would only be the second intact one ever found in Scotland, as far as I'm aware. So it would be incredibly rare, 14th, maybe 15th century at the latest. So I'd be interested to see if we can find the other half. Ground seems pretty solid. I'm going with the Jethro programme, and I can't wait to get started. We have our first find. It's an eyes only, and it looks intact. I can't believe that it is. That is intact. Oh my goodness, it's actually still got the cork in it. Well, don't think that's going to come out, but that is unreal. That is a little, I don't know, ointment bottle, medicine bottle, maybe even something for vaccine. Can't make out what it says on the bottom though. Zoom you in a touch. No, not certain. Need to get some light on that later. What a lovely wee find. How on earth has that survived? Probably 100 years of ploughing, maybe more. Beautiful little find. I'm over the moon with that. That is stunning, absolutely stunning. If you know, let me know. We have our second target, albeit the first one was eyes only. Always good to keep your eyes open on the surface, but this is the first digger. 71, 72. I think we're out. Oh, it's a cold day. Definitely one for the gloves. Is that it? Nope. There's something though. Oh. It could be. Oh, it's a bottle top. Oh, I thought for a minute there that was going to be a coin. Well, I think it's the dreaded whiskey bottle. Shock horror, we are in Scotland, so. And I think it's the White Horse again. So funny story, we've actually got the United States to thank for Scotland's incredible whisky industry, which is worth billions of pounds to the economy. Because they brought grapevines over from, I think it was California, and they had a bug on them. They brought them over to Europe and it decimated the vines which were used for cognac and brandy, which were the biggest, most popular selling drinks, alcoholic spirits at the time. They decimated the vines, and the gap that was left in the market was filled by Scottish whisky. So there you go. Thank you, America, for basically creating the whisky industry, or the global whisky industry. Right, White Horse, probably from the late 19th, early 20th century. I'm pretty certain that that's a coin, or a bit of a coin. It's not too thick and chunky, and I think I can just make out the odd little remnants of letters round that edge, so I think it is a fragment of a coin. I think I'll be hard pushed to say it 100%, but it's probably a Georgian copper, probably George the 1st, 2nd or 3rd from the 1700s. Okay, this is definitely 84. It's a halfpenny George the 5th. Ugh. Thought it was shallow, but maybe not. The big stone down there. Okay, big stone in the way. I think it's in front of the stone, or on top of it. About there. No, it's a coin, I think. It's a coin. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, that's like 10, 11 minutes on the clock. I think it might be, oh, it is. I was going to say, I think it might be a Victoria because it's quite smooth. But it's George the 6th. Probably a ship's halfpenny. Yep. Alright, let's give it a clean up and get back to you. Third time is a charm. I thought I had 3 coins, and finally one of them turns out to be a coin. George the 6th, and it is from a really pivotal moment in British and European history, even world history. 1938. So a big year. You had Neville Chamberlain, the Prime Minister at the time, famously returning to the UK and giving a speech with a piece of paper waving outside the aeroplane. Peace in our time. He'd signed a pact with Adolf Hitler that I think gave away Czechoslovakia, but was going to basically prevent a war from happening. And how wrong was he? Because less than a year later, Germany invaded Poland. Britain declared war upon Poland. And 1938 was also Kristallnacht, the night of the broken glass, when hundreds and hundreds of Jewish properties and businesses were attacked in Germany. Thousands of men were imprisoned, and it began the purge on the Jews, unfortunately, in Germany, and far worse was to come. I wonder what the national mood was like in 1938. Look at this. Even in the rain, it is beautiful. And best of all, I know where the gold is. Right about there, just underneath the rainbow. It's a coin contender, could be Georgian copper, could be silver. It is raining fairly heavily at the moment, but it is sunny at the same time, which is why I just had a beautiful rainbow. And as long as it doesn't give away my location when I go to do the editing, then I'll include that in the video. Well, I don't think we're out. I think we're maybe in the wrong place. No, we're in the right place. Nice soft soil. Well, it's not a coin. Oh, it's a buckle, I think. Yep, it's a buckle. Still with a pin. There we are. Well, that's us under half an hour. We've got a copper or a brass sort of buckle. Still got the pin. Horse tack. Probably from the old days of the horse pulling the plough. Probably, I would guess, 1850 into the early 1900s. It's a nice wee find though. Oh, we have a little relic. 5960. It's lead. Looks awful small to be a bag seal, but I think it could be. Ooh, that's interesting. Almost looks like two squirrels standing either side of a shield with a little figure on top of it. What about this side? Is it the same? It is the same, I think, yeah. So, any signs of a ribbon? No. So, it's not a bag seal. Or, well, I suppose maybe it is a bag seal, but it was attached in a different way. That's the best side. Try and hold it still for you. See if it'll focus a wee bit better. Nope, that's as good as we're going to get, I think. It does look like squirrels, doesn't it? But I've no idea. So I would say two squirrels either side of a shield with a little figure on top. Maybe even a little person. And identical on the other side, albeit a bit worn on that side. Almost certainly 20th century. Oh well, I suppose, yeah, late 19th, middle of the 19th through to the 20th century. But if you recognise it, then let me know in the comments below. Interesting. Now the sun is out again, and we've got a wee squeaky 8385, worth a look. And out. Oh, that sounds a lot better. Could have been something on its side, or maybe it's just something small. Oh. What is? I think we've got a silver. I just see a wee bit. I mean, it could be... No, I think that's a coin. I think it's got a milled edge. No, it doesn't have a milled edge. Well, it is a coin though, I think. Yes! We've got a silver coin in the first hour. Beautiful. Oh, I think it's Edward. Edward the 7th. Fantastic. Well, we're under the hour mark. And we've got two coins, one of them silver. We're doing really well. Now there you go. Oh, it might have a hole in it. I think it does. I think it's got a hole in it. Let's do this on camera. We'll get the bottle out, which I filled up this morning in the hope I might find something. So it's going to be 92.5% silver because Edward only ruled till 1910 and we didn't debase our coins until after that. 1920, I think it was. Right, it's a threepence. £1909 with a dirty big hole in it, unfortunately. Oh, it's a little bit A little bit bent and buckled as well. Right. Oh no, I've just dropped it. Okay. Gonna have to get back to you. Give me a second. I'm glad the sun has come out at the right moment. There we go. That is Edward VII. So it's got a hole in it. So it's either been worn on a bit of string or it's been worn on a fob or a chain. It's actually a really rough hole. Look at it. It's almost like a bullet wound rather than a hole. So I think that's probably been on a bit of string. I think if you're wearing it on a watch or something like that, I think you do a better job, a tidier hole. So I think someone's just put that on a string, which apparently was what people used to do with money, because pockets weren't invented until relatively recently. Decent ones at least. So Edward VII, you've all heard about his playboy lifestyle. He married Alexandra of Denmark, which was all arranged by his mother and father. And he wanted to join the military without much success. His mother blocked it. He did travel to North America, Canada and the US. He stayed at the White House. He went to Niagara Falls, which won him a lot of popularity in North America. And he did do a little bit with the military, but he was never frontline action. He was, however, posted to Ireland for a few days. He snuck an actress into camp and they had an affair despite him being married, which kind of came to head. His father found out about it and he went over to reprimand him and subsequently fell ill and died 2 weeks later. So Victoria blamed Edward for the death of his own father. Whether he actually had any point in it or not is debatable. He also had an affair with a serving member of Parliament's wife. I want to say it was Mordaunt, and he was going to name him in papers for the divorce, but he stopped short of it. But Edward was called as a witness, and he admitted visiting the house when the husband was at the Houses of Parliament. Need I say more? Right, it's a lovely wee silver threepence, and it's a lovely little coin. Fantastic. Well, we've got another wee find. It's a little farm token, and I've had to obscure the top of it because it says the name of the farm. But you can see the number 3 and the letter D, 3 pence. So it's a little farm token. So a way of paying your staff, and then they could transfer this money or spend it in the shop that was on site, probably from the 1800s, and a very good way of conning your staff. It is a belter of a target. Solid 89, it has to be. It has to be. Come on, John. Shallow. Well, no, it's a big bit of brass. Oh, don't believe it. It's lead, which is better than a bottle top. You could say it's a lead washer, but I don't think so. I think it's a hemweight for a lady's dress. Probably Victorian, 1800s, and someone out here in the fields back in the day, picking the potatoes. And it's another picture hanger. Now, I've dug up so many of these, it's unbelievable. And the only reason I know what it is because of you all identifying them. Honestly, there must have been some real art lovers in Perthshire back in the day. Almost certainly Victorian. But it's a find. Halfpenny? Well, there's something round there. Could be a button. No, I think that's a coin. Oh, it's another token. Oh, right, okay. Something else I might still not be able to show you, but I'm going to clean it up off camera and get back to you. So, there we go. Not surprisingly, it says the same name as the other one because it's the farm I'm on. And you can see though, the last one was a threepence and this one is a halfpence. It's a little bit of lead. Initially I thought it was the top off of a little tube, but that's not hollow. It's got the rilled edge, so I thought, oh, it's a winder off of like a paraffin lamp or something like that, but you wouldn't make that out of lead because it would melt. And that side is lightly decorated, so some sort of lead stud potentially. Not 100%, but it's certainly better than junk. So if you know, let me know. It's gone a little bit quiet recently. That's us just gone 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes or so. And that's the most promising target for a little while. Still getting plenty of targets, but unfortunately a lot of them are old aluminium, old scrappy bits. Let's try and get us back on. Oh, could be a coin. It is a coin. Phenomenal. Finally got it right. Honestly, the amount that I've got wrong is unreal. Beautiful coin. Fantastic patina. It's George VI again. There is a river not far from where I am, just a couple of 100 metres, and technically where I'm metal detecting is floodplain, but there have been, like for example, there was a spear found in this field in the 19th century, which is Bronze Age, so clearly people have been here for 3,500 years. So even though it's floodplain, there's still stuff to be had that could be old. George VI, 1941, so during World War II. And the closer we get to the river, which I'm progressively working towards, the more sandy the soil's getting. And that is a lovely coin. Stunning patina. Very good condition. Phenomenal. Barely 15 feet from the coin. That is a screamer again. 84, 85. One more. And we're out. Double coinage. That would certainly improve the outlook. It is a coin. I don't believe this. See that? See how detecting can just turn in an instant. It's 1 penny. Who on earth is that? That is not a British coin. It's not American, is it? It might be French. No way. I think that's Argentina. No way. This could be my first ever Argentinian coin. We've had Brazilian coins, believe it or not. I think it is. Libertad centavos. Well, my initial thoughts were French, but it's looking in unbelievable condition, and I'm sure I can see the word ARGE, Argentina. There's an N. I think it is Argentina. Right, I'm going to clean this up off camera and get back to you. Wow, an Argentinian coin potentially in Perthshire. What an absolutely incredible find. Repubblica Argentina, the Republic of Argentina, with the date at the bottom of 1891. Now I just googled how far away is Argentina, and it's over 7,000 miles away from Scotland. It is in stunning condition. I'd literally just talked about the patina on that last coin, which I got just 10 feet ago. That is unbelievable. Libertad dos centavos, which dos is 2, so it's 2 cents, I'm guessing. I'm not sure who the figure is that's on there, but that is unreal. So how on earth does an Argentinian coin get all the way to Scotland? Well, you might wonder. I've been desperate to tell this story. I tell this story to people on my tours. Scotland introduced to Argentina and to Brazil football, believe it or not. In the 1880s, 1890s, there are three men, one called Alexander Miller, who's Alejandro as they called him in Argentina. He founded the Argentinian Football Association in around about 1891, if I remember rightly. So he is regarded as the father of Argentinian football. And there were another two men. Now one had an unusual surname, I think it was Donahoe, and the other was, his surname was Hutton, but I'm afraid I forget their first names. But they both worked, one worked in, I think it was like the printing industry or the dyeing industry, and the other one had some relationship with railways. They both ended up in Brazil, and they both helped to found or introduce football, soccer, to Brazil. So they're both considered to be the fathers of Brazilian football. So Pele, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and in Argentina, Messi and Diego Maradona. You've got Scotland to thank. That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. My first ever coin from Argentina. As I said, we've had coins from Brazil before. We had a massive silver a few years ago that was found by Paul. But my first ever Argentinian coin. What a find! I'm absolutely blown away with that, and the condition is unreal. It's gone a little bit quiet after half an hour, but I think we've got another coin. And it's a penny by the looks of it. It's quite shiny, a little bit of an imprint. Oh, it's Edward the 7th, so son of Queen Victoria. Quite a shiny coin, sometime between 1901 and 1910. His coins, like his mother's, Queen Victoria, probably stayed in circulation for quite a long time. A lot of people have asked about Queen Elizabeth II's coins, but the likelihood is it'll probably take 20 odd years at least to call them in. And my parents both remember getting Queen Victoria coins in their change as children as well. So 1908, so just 2 years before his death, but it is another coin. Fantastic. We've got a doubler, 8081. Well, it could be a coin, you know. Right there is something with a little impression, and it looks pretty round to me. Could be another token. I think it might be, and I might have to turn you off. Alright, I'm going to clean this up off camera and get back to you if I can. It is indeed another token. This one though is 1D, 1 old pence. Same farm as the others, so we've got a threepence, a halfpence, and now a 1 pence. And I wonder what the target next to me is. Let's go and have a wee look. Making a bit of a mess of this. Last one. Nope, still in the hole. Oh, there we go. It's green. I think it's a penny. Don't think there's a clod. Is it from Argentina or Brazil? Now, I have saved that Brazilian, Argentinian should I say, coin in my Go Terrain app from XP. Great way of storing finds. Not quite as good a coin as previous ones. So as I thought, not in the greatest of condition, but we are able to identify it. So you'll see the bun head, the young head of Queen Victoria fading in, which means it's going to be sometime between sort of 1837 through to about 1901. Unfortunately, the back is toasted, so we can't get a date, but back in the day, this could have bought you an adhesive postage stamp invented by a Scotsman. I've only just realised that my microphone was slightly exposed from being tucked down my collar, so I'm hoping the audio has not been too bad because it is a wee breezy day. Got a little bit of molten copper alloy bronze, very heavy. Almost looks a bit like a Gaudi, or is it Dali, Salvador Dali, one of those sort of abstract bits of sculpture. But it is bronze or copper alloy, and it's a bit of weight to that for its size. Could be a sign of ancient metalworking. Now this is more like it. Solid 85. We've just hit the 4-hour mark, so I don't know how much longer I'll be out for. I suppose it'll probably depend what this is. If it's something epic, then I'll probably be here till dark. I think it's a coin. Certainly looks round to me, and it is. Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe this. That is an eagle, and that ain't a British coin. That is another European coin. I think, well, another European coin. The other one was Argentinian, but it's possibly European, German, Dutch. There is a head. So, what have we got? Oh, I don't know. Possibly French. Well, I thought the last one was French and I was 7,000 miles out. Give it a wee dust. I think it's Napoleon. I think it's Napoleon the Third. So, yeah, I think it is. It is Napoleon the Third. That is unbelievable. I didn't know it had an eagle on the back. I've had this variety before, but not with an eagle. Right, this is unreal. Absolutely unreal. The first French coin of 2025, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute beauty. Unbelievable. Oh well, I talked earlier on about a French coin because when I found the Argentinian coin, I thought initially it could be French. We do get quite a lot of French coins from the 1900s on the fields. Often, probably through trade. The suggestion is that they would often just be used as everyday currency. So the chances are, because of the size of this probably just passed as a 1 pence because it's the equivalent size. But as you can see, it is Napoleon the Third, Emperor. Now, he was, if I remember rightly, the nephew of Napoleon the First, who most people remember as Napoleon Bonaparte. So the date at the bottom, I think, is 1856. I've had this variety before. They've never been in this good a condition, but I never remember them having an eagle at the bottom. So it says centimes, which is cents. I can't make out the number though, or what the value is. Maybe 10, maybe 5, something like that. So I don't know if this is maybe a slightly rarer variety, because, as I say, I certainly don't remember seeing an eagle on any of the other ones that we've had of him. So, be interested to research this. Unbelievable. If only you could find the story. How on earth did these things get to the fields of Perthshire? Unbelievable. What a find. Another phenomenal coin. It is a screamer. Tell you what, that is a beauty. 95.96. A wee bit of silver. Maybe. No, it's green and it's... What on earth is that? Is that it? Well, the only thing that's slightly interesting about it is the little notch at the top. It looks almost like an arrow. Why is that not focused? There we go. So, is it a washer? Is it a weight? Or is it nothing? Let me know. It's lead and it was a 67, and looking at the shape of it, I think it's going to be a postal bag, and it is a bag seal. And these are sort of Got this funny crimped design on them. Should be a city on there. Shock horror, Perth. P-E-R-T-H, Perth. So, an old crimp for parcel bags. And these were getting shipped all round by train mostly. So that was like a secure seal on the bag. Probably from the late 19th, early 20th century. We might have something else epic. It was deep, about 13 inches, didn't sound great, and it's just pinged out, and I think it could be something silver. And there you go, it was in the sidewall just under there, pinged out, and oh, that's going to be silver. It's maybe some sort of medallion or badge. Oh, it's got a hole in the middle. Oh, that's got to be silver. That has got to be silver. Oh, it must be. I don't exactly know what it is, but it's, yeah, definitely, look, it's decorated all the way around there. Good bit of weight to it. Oh, this looks good. I don't think it's massively old, but it does look good. Wow. Oh, what a find. What a day. Oh my goodness, it is really nice. It is really nice. That has got to be silver. Look at the colours of it. And decorated, if there's a hallmark, it's surely going to be on here. It's been a pin, look, you can see where the pin's gone across. Is that hallmark? It could well be. Right, going to have to clean this up off camera and get back to you, but that, folks, looks absolutely stunning. Look at that, folks. Now, these little cells, I didn't realise when I was looking at it before, I thought they were perforated, they went all the way through, but they're not. They're little individual little enclosed cells. So these ones, the mud fell out. These ones, they haven't. There was no stones or anything like that in there, but I'm just wondering, there's an offside chance there could be some cut glass or stones or something in the other cells. So I'm not going to pick them out. I'm going to wait till I get home. It is silver. There is a really rubbed hallmark just up here, I think. And you can see it's had some sort of copper alloy pin going across. To me, it screams Victorian. Don't recognise the design, but you know what? I don't really care, because it is really, really beautiful. A really beautiful little find. Silver, probably from 1830 through to 1900, give or take. And it looks like a lady's brooch to me. Probably worn up on your lapel, or even in your hat. That is stunning. If you recognise the design or you know anything else, then let me know in the comments below. My heart skipped a beat for a second there. I thought we had our first fork of 2025. It is in fact a spoon, a teaspoon. You can just see the start of the bowl there. You can also see little flecks of silver. It's been plated, so it's an electroplated spoon, probably from sometime in the early 1900s or late 1800s. The search for the fork continues. I think all that I've got to tick off the bucket list for the year is the fork, and something gold would be nice. Initially I thought, it's just a little bit of lead. Turned it over, look at that. It's a toy soldier. All that's left is his boots. He died with his boots on. Is that not a famous John Wayne movie? Well, I think this person died with theirs off. That's about as little of a toy soldier as you're likely to get. Probably late 18 into the 1900s. A wee bit of quality trash, as Simon would say. We've got the lid off of a little container and it says Snowfire Vanishing Cream. So some sort of beauty product for the ladies back, I'm guessing probably 1930s, 1940s, something like that. Yes, we got another coin. It looks like probably a farthing. Oh, it's not a coin. Oh, it's a button. Or it's a coin that's been made into a button. It was a reasonable signal, but I'm boosting the battery on my camera at the moment. So I didn't film it, and I was just going to film it if it turned out to be something good. So 82, 83, I was hoping it was going to be decorated, because it's a very nice big chunky button. I thought there was an outside chance could have been a military one, but on, not to be. Look at the condition. I mean, honestly, but for the green patina, that could have been lost yesterday. So a really sturdy little button, well made, engine turned, bit of decoration on there. And, well, date wise, I think probably 1800s, I would say. Sometime, 1800 through to maybe 1850s, something like that. Maybe military, but either way, it's very well made. Still got my mic plugged in, so I'm going to film this one. 83, maybe a coin, maybe. Look at that soil, unbelievable. Oh, there's something round and green. I think we've got a coin, and drop my glove in the hole. I think it's a penny. Yep, it looks pretty good to me. I think this could be a stunner. Oh, right, I'm going with Victoria, and I haven't even seen anything yet because of that shine. You can just make out the young head. So unfortunately the back is toasted, but it is going to be a bun head, a young head, so that's going to put it before, 1887, 1890, something like that. So sometime between 1837 and 1890. A toasted 1p. Such a shame. I suspect it's just been on the surface when fertiliser's been spread or something and it's just eaten into it. Ah well, still a coin. Well, that last button I thought could have been a military one, and it wasn't, and I think this is more likely to be a military one. Yes, I think it is. There's going to be some sort of decoration on there, 100%. Is there something? There is something, 100%. There is something. Oh, there's quite a bit going on there. That is in very nice condition. Would you take a look at that? It's not a military button, it's even more interesting. So, starting from the bottom left, it says London Midland and Scottish Railway Company. At the bottom, you've got a little bow tie, a little bow even. And then I'm not quite sure what the symbol is at the top. It's got a cross in it, almost looks like a sort of raggedy sail. You'd have thought they'd have put a train on it, wouldn't you? But, well, maybe it's supposed to be something related to trains. What an absolutely stunning button. The preservation in this field is exceptional. It really is. The French coin, the Argentinian coin, and now this beautiful button, which any other field, you probably have struggled to get any decent detail off them. And they look absolutely brilliant. So, it would have probably originally been gold or silver in colour, and my guess would be it's from the late 19th century. Most of the railways started to appear in Scotland 1840s, 1850s, Queen Victoria's sort of reign, and then they extended all the way through Scotland. Then along came Mr. Beeching, Dr. Beeching, in the 1950s, I think it was 1952 possibly, that he was tasked with improving the railway system in the UK, which at the time was nationalised. We were paying for it. Well, technically we still are. And he cut 90 odd % of the railways. So they dug them all up, and now we've got a fairly awful rail system, certainly in terms of getting around. A lovely little find. If anyone knows anything about it, then let me know. Fantastic. Oh, we've got to be back on the coinage. Sounds too good not to be. Ugh. I am digging a huge amount of targets. Unbelievable. I'm digging a hole every minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, and most of the targets are little scraps of copper, aluminium, but we're getting some fantastic stuff. We are getting some fantastic stuff. Some exceptional coins. Double silver. Oh, is it? I think it is silver. I was going to say don't be a ring pull. I think that is silver. Maybe the bezel for my watch, possibly. Let's give it a little rub. It could be a brooch as well. 100% folks, that is silver. We've got silver again. Well, I'm so glad that I filmed that, because I'm having to unplug the charger to plug in the microphone because it's all interlinked and I've only got one port. That is definitely silver. It is, I think, probably a bezel off a watch, a wristwatch. That's my guess. But it's a triple silver day. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, there is an outside chance it could have been something with a pin, but I think it's a watch bezel. It's just bent there, that's what it is. If that was straighter, then I think that would make more sense. Unbelievable. What a day I'm having. Now, this was not a great signal, but listen. 85 screamer. And a good chance of some coinage. That is a coin. It's a halfpenny by the looks of it. And it's a nice one. It's another ship's halfpenny. 1938, I think. Is that not the same year I got before? It looks in equally good condition. Let's give it a little rub. Oops, dropped it. So, what a day. Honestly. I think I'm going to put this video up as just one massive video. You know, I do like to mix it up, put shorter ones, longer ones. I mean, to be honest, the amount of holes in some of these great targets, and then add in all my waffling, I think you're going to be well over an hour worth of footage. So there you go. 1938, which was the other one, 36 or 38, I forget now. But again, ship's halfpenny, a golden hind. No, it was 38 because it's the Kristallnacht, the night of the broken glass. I'm not 100% certain, but we could have another piece of silver. I could have sworn at the bottom there is a really, really worn hallmark, and I think there is. I think with the zoom on this, oh, I think it might be. I think there might be a hallmark just at the bottom there. It looks like a locket or a little necklace charm or something like that. I think it is. I think that is silver. I'm pretty sure that's a hallmark. It's certainly got the right colour. It's got the right shape. You know, it's got that sort of rilled edge around it, like it's a piece of jewellery. It's not just a little bit of junk. So I'm pretty certain that that is a silver locket. Probably a couple of hundred years old, but it looks like we're on the silver again. Okay, we had a real squeaky one. And you know what, I actually gave up on it, and then I thought, no, there was a Bronze Age spear found in the field nearby, and I thought I've got to go back and just peace of mind. There isn't a marker on this like there is on the Garrett Carrot, but what's that going to be, 8 inches or so? But it's there, and it looks like it could be lead. And in terms of the depth, I mean, we're certainly going to be pushing for 14 at the moment. I was hoping I was going to start to see something green. If any of you remember when I found a Bronze Age axe head a few years ago, there were flecks of green started to come up, but I've uncovered, let me try and get you in the hole. Oh, my fines pouch is just falling off. we've uncovered something and it looks to me to be white. There you go, you see it in the bottom of the hole, and white usually means lead. And it looks like it's got a sort of rectangular edge, straight edge on it. So, well, I'm going to turn you off because there's no way I'll be able to do this at the same time as filming and get back to you, see if it's something epic or not. Okay, we've got two edges, 1, 2, but it's keeping on going. So, what is it? It looks like it's lead. It looks like it might have lines on it, possibly little decorations. This is the field, obviously, that produced the St Andrew mould, which was smaller than that, but what a depth it is. Right, let's keep going. Okay, I got under it, it's moved. Right there, it's moving, and it's pretty substantial. What on earth is that? That is a huge big lump of lead. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that. That probably weighs about a pound. And a rectangular of lead. You can see it's got little lines on it, little almost like cells. I think I've had something similar to this before last year. And I don't think we actually discovered what it was, but I'm pretty sure I put that into the museum with the last batch of finds, so they're having a look at it. Right, I'm going to clean this up and get back to you. Honestly, the depth of that hole has got to be seen to be appreciated, and there we go. So it is damaged in the middle. It should continue to have all these cells. It is lead. It's fairly similar to what I had before. It's got this edge along it, little notch at the top. And I wonder, did we think the last similar thing that I had was part of a battery? Maybe the cell of an old battery? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Well, Albert will be happy. He's going to be getting at least a pound of lead. We've got a doorknob, and it's a more impressive one than I got previously, for anyone who thought that last doorknob that I got wasn't really big enough to be classed as a doorknob. That 100% is a doorknob. Brass, probably Victorian or Georgian. Now this may well be my last target. I've only got about 40 yards of field left. And, well, there's something round. There is something round. Well, it's chunky and round. Oh, it's lead. It's lead, but I don't know what it is. Not hollow. And, not 100% on that one, but it is lead. So, if you know, comment below. And that unusual little lead thing was indeed the last target of the day. My goodness, what a day. Now, I'm sure there'll be one or two people who'll comment and say, John, you didn't find anything special. It was probably nothing older than 200 or so years. That's not the point. You don't get into metal detecting to find, you know, gold and epic coins every other week. You get into it to get in touch with history. And my goodness, we did that today. So let's have a wee look at some of the best finds from today. Folks, there are that many finds, they're halfway up my arm. But I actually thought I only had 3 bits of silver, but I've actually got 4. So I've got the beautiful little, probably Victorian brooch type thing, which is silver. I've got the bezel for a wristwatch. I've got the little locket, which I'm pretty certain is silver. And then I got the first bit of silver, which is the Edward VII threepence. 1908, I think it was. Also got that lovely little eyes only, little sort of medicine, vaccine bottle. Now, I think I've got 9 coins in total, including the silver. Some beautiful conditioned coins, but stars of the show, Napoleon III, 1858, with the eagle on the back, the French eagle, and this as well, Argentina, 1891, And on the other side, a fantastic portrait. Absolutely stunning coin. Absolutely beautiful. This is what drives me with metal detecting. The history, the stories. It's not about going out and finding gold and silver and all the rest of it. It's about going out and finding these finds that just make you think, how on earth did they get here? How on earth does a coin from Argentina get all the way to the fields of Perthshire? Bearing in mind, before aeroplanes, so it's had to come by boat. What a distance to travel, over 7,000 miles, to be lost in a field in Perthshire. Well, I love the wee button as well. Lovely railway button. But, yeah, what a day. What a day. Everything is running out of battery. I'm just slowly, everything is dying. I've been doing that many holes and doing that much filming. But what a day. 4 bits of silver, 9 coins, 2 of them exceptional coins. Just absolutely phenomenal. And that is me home, folks. My battery on my camera died. I couldn't keep up. I think the combination of the cold temperatures, I was filming a huge amount today. I mean, I dug way over 100 holes. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if I dug 200 holes. So it was just getting ridiculous with the amount of filming that I was doing. But I think almost all of the best finds, I managed to capture them as live digs. What a day. 4 silvers. Star of the show for me though is that Argentinian coin. The French coin is beautiful as well. 9 coins, 4 bits of silver, one of them a silver coin. The little brooch is stunning as well. And what a day, what a day. That was about 6.5 hours all in detecting that I did. And just incredible amount of finds and huge amount of targets. Fantastic field, just the perfect field. I love fields that are busy. And okay, I dug up loads of old tin and old aluminium, lots of bits of lead, bits of copper, but it was fine because every 8, 10, 12 holes you got something that was pretty special. And well, what a day. This is why I metal detect. It's not necessarily old and ancient stuff. You just think to yourself, 1890s, a coin from Argentina travelled 7,000 miles to get to Perthshire at a time when there were no aeroplanes. So it would have come by boat. How did it get here? How was it lost? Just incredible. Really is. If these things could talk, what stories they could tell. And what a way to celebrate 10 million views as well. So thank you again for all of your support over the last almost 4 years. And yeah, what a day. What a fantastic day. So thank you all for watching. If you're not already subscribed, then please hit the button and help continue to support my channel. 50,000 is in sight. I'll need to do something special for it. So take care and we'll see you all on the next dig. Oh, and Simon's out. So hopefully we'll have a great day. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.